Hi, everyone. I have spoken to so many women in our 60andme community during this COVID-19 pandemic, and most women are doing their very best to stay healthy and keep a positive mindset. But now we're reaching a point where there's some transitions taking place around the world, and we're beginning to get out again. There's a different kind of mindset that I think is needed in order to cope with the changes. And I want to talk to you today about the three mindsets that I think are going to be helpful as you re-emerge into a new world. It's never going to be normal again, but it will be a new kind of normality that we can deal with. So I want to talk to you about those three mindsets. My name is Margaret Manning. I'm with 60andme, and I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being on the journey with me. It's been a really wonderful opportunity for us to share this together, and I really thank you. Our show today is brought to you by sane Beauty. sane Beauty products are for women who want healthy and hydrated and radiant skin and don't want to follow any of the unrealistic promises about skincare products. This product line was designed by women. They understand the aging skin process, and the ingredients are totally natural, very interesting product ingredients, and they're designed just for hydrated, healthy, and skin that's protected from the elements around us. So check out sanebeauty.com. They've got some amazing products. I've been trying them myself for the last few months and I really love them, but check them out for yourself. Okay, so let's talk about mindset. Because beauty, in fact, is one of the big challenges that we've got as we have lived through this transition, is that, we've been looking in the mirror a lot. We see ourselves aging, and that's just part of what it is. I mean, that is what sane Beauty understands, and it's true. You can't deny that there will be wrinkles. That is what happens when you get old. You just older. You just have to, to find ways to deal with that. And the mindset is such an important part. Joan Moran is one of our bloggers. She has been with us now for several years, and I love her writing. She is such a positive person. And I encourage you to read this one because the three mindsets that she talks about are hard. They're hard mindsets. They're things that we've got to change in our way of looking at the world. And she gives some really good suggestions on how to do that. Absolutely, that's been a difficult time. No doubt about it. I mean, don't beat yourself up if you've had moments of depression and sadness and despair. That's natural. That is what happens when you go through these types of situations, when you have no control over it, and you also don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. It's an incredible amount of uncertainty. But Joan reminds us that we have had these pandemics throughout our history. Think about SARS, of course, and the AIDS epidemic, MERS, and then, of course, the Spanish flu in 1918. These were catastrophic events, and not, so is the one that we're dealing with today. But some of these were, further reaching and lasted a very, very long time. And, we've got science on our side now. I think we can make some progress quickly. Hopefully to get a vaccine and things that are going to help. But that's important to remember, to keep it in perspective. And as older women, we have been through a lot. We have lived through a lot of these changes in society and things that we never thought we were going to manage. We got through it. So the first thing, besides, of course, self-reflection and just finding the things that you can do to calm yourself, there's a couple of things. The first mindset is courage. Courage is a big one. You've got to be strong. I know this is hard. And courage is one of these words that you think about, a lion being courageous or somebody big and strong being courageous. It's not like that at all. The courage that we're talking about and that she's talking about is about having a strong, courageous mindset. It's the ability to face fear. When you wake up in the morning and you just have read some news, or you've had a personal situation that highlights it, it's hard to fight back the fear, but that's the courage. It's not being strong or, physically strong, or being, having lots of money or lots of resources. It's just about that inner peace, knowing that you can deal with this. Biggest way for me has been breathing, meditation. If you can get into a breathing ritual when you feel stressed, it's a really, really big one. And it's hard to avoid the sadness around you. But if you can limit your news intake, this is a big deal. Don't be looking at your phone before you go to sleep. Just some of those basic things that will help get that courage together. Talk to other people too. With 60andme, we have lots of activities. We've got live shows and lots of articles, and our bloggers are just doing an amazing job of helping us to deliver messages of realistic messages and give some support. So talk to other people if you need to, but find your courage and then just move forward. That's the first mindset. The second one is love. Okay, so we talk about love. When we think about love, the word love, you think hearts and Valentine's Day and your partner, your husband, your ex, whatever. You think about love in a personal way. But I think if there's one thing that this COVID-19 situation has done for us, it's to make us realize that love is broader than that. It's bigger than that. And it's love for the world. It's love for our neighbors. It's hopefully love for, for everyone. And I know there's some challenges right now, and it's never going to end. That's just how we are as human beings. We just keep going in our circles of contradiction and, counterpoint. But anyway, the thing about love is that when you put on a face mask, you're showing love for yourself. You're taking care of yourself, but more importantly, you're showing love for others. Because a mask is really there to protect them from you. And by wearing a mask, you're just encouraging other people to do the same. So it's a loving activity to wear a mask. And it's just sort of this personal ties are now being seen as stretching further than your house, further than your world, further than your country, to the world. And I think, to me, that's one of the most powerful things that I think can come from this COVID-19 experience, this great realization that we are connected, that we really are part of a big family, that we need to help each other. And, we're all imperfect. Everybody in this crazy world is imperfect. And to recognize that and to know that people make mistakes, we forgive them. We make mistakes, we forgive ourselves. It's a really powerful emotion. But that love mindset goes beyond personal. Of course, you love your children and your grandchildren more than anything in the world, more than that person, a million, thousands of miles away. But still, there's a commonality. There's something that connects us, and it's beautiful. The final mindset that Joan talks about, which I think is, well, people either understand this and say, of course, or they say, no, not for me. And that is humor. You've got to try to lighten up a little bit and see the funny side of things. I'm watching movies, watching funny shows, watching things that are going to make you smile. It just creates a lightness of being, as Joan says, and I love that. You juxtapose the dark and the light, the darkness of our situation sometimes, and then the lightness of just, oh my goodness, this is crazy, but let's have a laugh. And it gives you an emotional balance. I think it helps you to keep things in perspective and not tilt too much into the darkness. It's easy to go there, but that's where the courage and the love soften the edges, and then humor just lightens it up. Laughing is a great healer, and not even laughing, but smiling or just seeing the funny side of things. So, I think there's all these formulas for happiness in life, and I think that what Joan's mentioned here are the three kind of pivots. There's the love, of course, there is the courage to go forward, and then there's this sense of lightness, of humor, of just, we're human. Let's just deal with it. Let's just deal with the mistakes we all make, and let's move on. It'll guide you through the next phase. And I think that if you read this article by Joan, you'll enjoy the way she develops it. It's really powerful. And it's all about, just being kind to yourself, having the courage, sharing the love, and experiencing the humor. And that will be maybe the pathway that will take us forward. Let's hope that some positive things come from this. Let's hope that we change our world for the better. It's never going to happen again quite like this. This was the most unique and amazing situation in my history, certainly, of course, and in even maybe the history of the world, that the whole world stopped for several months. It's powerful. And so let's hope that we can go forward with this courage and love and humor and make it a better place. And thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to have your support, and look forward to reading your comments below. And what was your mindset at the beginning of this? And what is it now? How has it changed? Leave your comments below. Let's have a conversation. Thank you again for being here. Have a really amazing day wherever you are, and stay safe, stay healthy, but stay calm and stay positive. Have a fabulous day, everybody. We'll talk again very soon. Bye-bye for now.